Good morning, traders and investors. What a sell-off we had yesterday in the markets. Will this continue today? Because we're currently recording before the bell. This is the before the bell edition. That's why we're doing this. So we're going to go over the reasons why the market sell-off happened yesterday. And I believe there are four reasons. We're going to go over them, kind of try to assess what the market is going to do today. They will be Friday. They're now major events for today planned, so maybe we're going to see a turnaround. I'm Norbert Menhart. I build and protect wealth right here at Wealth Town. So let's jump into today's analysis because we have such a major sell-off. Check this out. S&P 500 sold off from peak to trough 3.5% only yesterday. Also, NVIDIA, after they reported exceptionally good earnings, I would say, they were up. Let me go to the diagram. This far easier. They were up at what moment? They were up 5.6%. And then guess what? From that peak, they came down with 97%, with now currently in the pre-market even more of a sell-off, $177 a share from the previous close of $180 a share, which is good for me. I just did a live stream. I showed you that I do have a call sold against my long-term call, but hey, this could turn around as soon as the market opens. So I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Now, what were the reasons for the sell-off? Because NVIDIA just reported amazing earnings and NVIDIA pulled down the market with it. Now, there were four major reasons. First of all, the tech bubble is still in gloom. Just take a look at the fear and greed index. 7. Extreme fear. 7. Buy now. Buy the dip. I'm just kidding. So there was a couple of news. The stock market, according to Reuters here, the pullback, mainly from the AI sector, AI bubble concerns still out there. Check out, I'm going to leave these links in my Substack post down in the video description. Stocks crumble as US jobs fail to provide clarity on the Fed feedback. Also, AI fears here in the market, AI bubble fears return of Wall Street. This is another really good report from the Guardian. Check it out. I'm going to leave it also in the Substack link. And volatility hitting us also hard because buying the dip did not work yesterday. Mainly because we take a look here in the S&P 500, it hit the 50-day moving average yesterday, but right now the futures are pointing higher. So this is the ES1, and the futures are pointing higher, although only with 0.16%. And just a couple of moments ago, the Nasdaq futures were actually green, but now they are turning red again. So the sell-off could continue, and we could see buyers stepping in later this evening. Possible. Not probable. And the fourth reason would be that, well, this report states it really clearly, the valuations were just too high. They're just too high. And people are not panic selling, but as soon as the selling was triggered, people are taking some profits. NVIDIA was all-time highs. AMD was at all-time highs. All the tech sector was at all-time highs, and they just sold off. What I wish would also happen to Eli Lilly, this stock would not come down. What is wrong with you, Lilly? Come on, come down. It's hurting me. That's why I wanted to come down. Just come down to 940, stay there just a bit, and then go upwards, and then I'm happy. It could go up to the moon, but just come down to 940. Let's talk a little bit at 940. Let's have a chat. Okay, moving back to the S&P and also the major indices. So let's just go over them. S&P 500 sold down. This is a extension from its April lows, and we were over the 161 extension, now pulling back underneath the 161%. And if I take now a Fibonacci retracement here, do the same thing. We are above a 23% retracement, which would be perfectly normal. Even a 48% retracement. Somewhere between them lies our 200-day moving average at $6,280. Well, this is possible and probable. How probable is it? I would say probabilities are pretty high to still see some selling in the market. And I know that this wouldn't be necessary. Let's just take a look at previous August, and that is in 2024, because in our August, nothing happened. No sell-off we did have a little bit of sell-off in August. But after that, everything went pretty well. In October, nothing happened until the 10th of October, where we had a major liquidation also in the Bitcoin markets. So we had right now 2 sell-offs. And let's just take a look at how perfectly almost perfectly they're aligned. I want to try to draw a line here from this sell-off to this sell-off. They're almost perfectly aligned here. Okay, Last time it hit the 161 extension level, went up, hit that once, and then came back. Now we're under the 161 extension level. So I would say that this could take a couple of days, even longer, but the probabilities are also really, really high that today buyers will step into the market. Now, once again, we are before the bell, meaning that the major buyers, the US stock market, is still closed. And this is, I believe, a ripple effect. It's 10 o'clock, 10:47 actually, where I am, meaning the European markets are open. They're open for roughly 2 hours. And I think there also were just a couple of mechanisms triggered. Now let's see what happens when we see this 23% being challenged. And let's see if then the US markets will be triggered. Yeah, I'm just going to delete them. Let's go over the indices. So Nasdaq sold off yesterday, minus 2.3%. Actually, it's more from peak to trough. Let me measure this. Actually more. It's a 4.6% sell-off in the Nasdaq. Also the Russell, major sell-off there from peak to trough, 4.15%. It's a really, really good sell-off actually. The Dow Jones had a sell-off, really healthy sell-off here of 2.4%. And the VIX was up yesterday from its lows to its highs at 47%. VIX movement. Wow, that's a good movement. Now it's nothing compared to this little fellow right here. This was the April sell-off. Could this continue? I think we're almost done. I really think we're almost done. The VIX is coming down. If everything goes hunky-dory, then we're just going to see this calm down, or you can see in the previous candle here, a bit of a relaxation, then another sell-off. Now, oil markets also had a sell-off, but they are in the downtrend, so I didn't even consider this a sell-off. If oil goes under $55, that's a buy for oil. Gold had a little bit of a retracement yesterday, hitting the 20-day moving average. This is, in my opinion, a perfect moment to buy everything that is between the 20 and the 50-day moving average in our current environment is a buy for me. I consider this a buy. Silver, let's take a look at silver, is between the two moving averages. This is definitely a buy for me. Copper, well, it's hard with copper. I think it's going to just calm down until we're going to see a resurge in copper. It's currently in a bullish trend, but now kind of turning around there. The dollar to the euro, obviously, euro weakening because the dollar is strengthening. As in the Dixie dollar hit the 100 price target there and maintaining it, trying to come back, hit it once more above this 200-day moving average, kind of a resistance, a really interesting cross here. I think we're going to go even higher with the dollar. So take a look at, keep an eye on those bonds, okay? Keep an eye on those treasury bonds. Now, I just told you in my live stream what I did here with Bitcoin, so definitely check that one out. Bitcoin yesterday, well, sell off because why not? Bitcoin is one of the more volatile stocks out there. It's not a stock per se, it's a crypto coin, but yeah, came back down here. Now we are in resistance level here at Bitcoin, very first resistance level. If this will be hold, then this is a perfect buying opportunity. I'll consider adding some Bitcoin right here at these levels. If not, there's a beautiful level down here just waiting for Bitcoin to come in here. I have to make this a little bit smaller. Somewhere here, I would say, is more perfect setup. So two beautiful zones where there are excellent possibilities to buy Bitcoin. Now, are we going to see $50 a share or $60,000 a share on Bitcoin? I don't think so. But if we do, then that's a big buy for me. Okay, that's kind of it for the major indices. Something did tell us the market. Yesterday, the market did tell us something. First of all, Walmart was up. Everybody who had Walmart, or if you had 99% of your portfolio in Walmart, that you would have been safe. Walmart opened there and now it's selling off. Opened and held its position up there. Are we going to see a small retracement in Walmart? Probably. Is the 50-day, the 100-day moving average a perfect buying opportunity for Walmart if you want to own some long-term Walmart shares? Yep, possibly that is a really, really good zone to buy some Walmart. So somewhere around $100 a share for some long-term holding. Walmart is an excellent company. Also, you're going to get your dividends. Ex-dividend day is 12th of December, and that is a Friday also. That's an expiration date. Interesting. Oh, Walmart is going to, if Walmart is going to have a nice retracement here, then that is a buying opportunity for Walmart. Another thing that the stock market told us is something related to Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway, let's take a look at some of its technicals. Beside the fact that Berkshire Hathaway finally bought some technology once more, sold a little bit of Apple, bought a little bit of Bitcoin, raised what I just said. Google, Alphabet, they bought Google. So currently, Berkshire Hathaway, once again, up there. I already told you I sold my Berkshire Hathaway up here, was looking for a better opportunity. I kind of decided not to buy Berkshire Hathaway right here. I think I'm going to get another opportunity somewhere here before the end of the year. And I think Berkshire Hathaway is now on its way for another leg up. As always, Berkshire Hathaway takes this consolidation, can't pronounce consolidation moments, like back here, November 2023 or October, sold off, and then in March you were new all-time highs, kind of went here for a stroll from March 2024 till July, when it's had another all-time high, then consolidated once more in September 2024, another all-time high, came down, went up in November to all-time highs, new all-time highs, came down again, then also went up. So just buy Berkshire Hathaway. Better than bonds, I would say. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the episode for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I would say just keep calm. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to have a Santa Claus rally. I think we're going to close above the S&P that we are currently at. So we are currently at 6,500, and here are my arguments. So the current sell-off was triggered by mixed, ambiguous employment data, Fed rate uncertain. The Fed rate cuts are uncertain. I believe they are going to cut. Second is technical and AI, so tech and AI sector pullback and valuation concerns. Know the Michael Burry stuff that happened there. Thirdly, elevated volatility, risk off mode, fear and greed index, as I said, is extremely high. So extreme fear in the markets. And last but not least, unwinding of some recent gains and profit taking. And I think we're going to hang around here just a bit, maybe come underneath actually we are now underneath the 100-day moving average in the futures, but I think we're going to resist it. Maximum sell-off, in my opinion, is the 200-day moving average, where then everything will be nicely triggered. So one thing still looms, and that is the rate cuts, and if that dissipates, or one more thing, if they won't cut rates, then it will be in the stock prices. Okay, so it's already will be calculated in the stock market. If the decision will be clear, no rate cuts in December, it will already be priced in, and the maximum thing you're going to see is a little bit of pullback when they announce it, and no rate cuts, and they're being data dependent because now they have data. The US government is now open, and I believe we're going to have a Santa Claus rally. If not, then at late January we're going to have a rally once more. Okay, with this being said, I'm Norbert Menhardt. I build and protect health and wealth right here at Wealth Dom. Catch you next time. Stay safe out there. Bye.